All right, for this final video, I want to show how to get rid of samples and how to bring in and make it for runners instead. So you'll notice in my database, we actually have two tables. We have one called sample, one called runners. So this is actual runners here. This is samples here. And this is why we were using the DBML. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring in my chat. Okay. And I want to start a new chat. Okay. So I'm going to say new chat with DBML. Okay. Canvas. Okay. And the first thing I want to do is I want to give it my database structure. Okay. So I'm just going to copy my structure for tables. All right. And we're going to come back over here and we're going to grab the chat and we're going to say, here is my database structure. Okay. All right. And it says, okay, here's your database structure. All right. Now I want to go back and I want to, we can close that. We don't need that anymore. In my samples file, okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to just right click and copy. And in my blueprints, I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to call it runners. So now I have two. Okay. All right. And in my runners, I'm going to copy the whole thing. I'm in runners, copy the whole thing. I'm going to go back to my chat. Okay. And I'm going to say, convert this samples.py file, blueprint, to a runners blueprint using the same structure. I'm going to paste it in. All right. So then it's going to use, and it's going to go through and it's going to create the runners blueprint. Okay. And sometimes it doesn't do it right, but we know the code now, so we can read the code. Okay. So I'm going to copy all of that. Okay, and I'm going to paste it back into and replace everything in runners. Okay, and now let's look at our code. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to minimize this so I can see a lot. And I'm going to come up here. Everything looks good. Okay, runners is correct. Runners is correct. Those two are the same. Runners, but right here, this needs to be runner, singular. I like this and this to always be the same. I like this to be singular and your routes always to be plural, so that they're different. Okay. All right. Then we're going to jump down to the create. Insert into runners. First name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name. That's all perfect. It commits. That's perfect. This works. Come down here. Select all from runners. That works. All runners goes here. All runners, all runners. That's great. Runners.html. Good. Look at our routes. Update runner. Okay. Brings in the runner ID. Runner ID. First name, last name, last name. This is all right. Okay. ChatGPT did a great job. Okay. Come back down here. Delete runner. All of that looks right. All right. So runners is good. Okay. So now I can close samples. Okay. And I can just come back over here and say, right click on or copy samples, right click on template and paste it in and call it runners.html. Okay. I'm going to copy all that code. I'm going to go back to my chat and I'm going to paste it in and say, now convert this, this HTML file to a runners.html file and paste it in. And it's going to give me brand new runners template. Okay. So let's look and see what it's doing. Runners, first name, last name. That's perfect. All the runner IDs. Okay. All right. So we come up here, copy the code, come back over here and just paste that code in right there. So I have runners. So far I have runners and I have runners. Now I need to do the same thing down here. Copy, update samples, right click, paste, and it's going to be update runners. Okay. Update runners. All right. So I find my update runners, which is here, copy it, go back to my chat and paste in update this HTML to update runners. runner.html. Paste it in, and it should give me my update template. Okay, everything looks good. Runner runners. Okay, copy it and paste it in. So come over here, paste it in. All right, now to make it clean, okay, I have to go out and well, we're not all the way done. So let's go to our init, and instead of samples, we're going to call it runners and runners and runners. So now samples is being deleted from everywhere. Okay, now we go to base. That's our navigation. Come down here, instead of samples, it's runners and runners and runner. Singular. Okay, now I could copy the whole thing and I could paste it in a chat and say, fix this. But I kind of knew that it was going to be runners and it's not very complex. The ones that get complex, just tell chat to fix it. Okay, all right, now what we have left is we need to delete. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we're going to just say delete. And we're going to come to update samples and we're going to say delete. Okay, and we're going to go to samples and we're going to say delete. All right, didn't throw any errors. Now let's see if it works. Come over here. It's basically running still, so I'm going to hit Command C, kill it, run it again, open it. All right, so now we got runners. Click on it, and I had that first runner that was what we built last time. Let's do another one. Tyler Marshall. Click add. Okay, so read is working and create is working. Now let's do an update. Did not know, because this is called update runner.html. All right, so we come back over and we're going to go back to our runners, and in our update here, it's update runners with an S. Okay, all right, and we can go back here and hit refresh and add an S, click update, S worked, and I can delete, click OK, and delete worked. Okay, so that is the whole demo for module 3. What do we have left to do? We need to push it and make sure it works on Heroku. Okay, so I'm going to go to my dashboard and I'm going to go to my Heroku for demo 3. Okay, and we're going to sit here for a second. But before I do that, I want to make sure I push this. So I got all these files that are different. I'm going to select them. I'm going to commit and push, and I'm going to say send it up. I'm going to click commit and push, and it's going to master, origin, and it's going to this module 3 Marshall demo. All that looks good. I click push. Okay, so it's sending it all up. All right, now I go back to my dashboard, okay, and I go to deploy. We've done this before. I click on GitHub. I click on Marshall, and there is a Marshall 4210, Marshall mod 03. I'm going to connect that one. So it connects. That's good. I'm going to scroll down, enable auto deploys, and I want to push it right now. All right, it's been pushed. I click on activity. It looks like it's building. The build is in progress. I can actually look at it. It looks like it's doing everything for the first time. That's awesome. Okay, and remember, while we're waiting, you can grab this right here. That's what you're going to paste in. Okay, and you're going to paste in that GitHub. That's going to also go in, and you can actually click on it right here, and it should open. So you're going to also paste this in. Okay, so that one and this one. Remember also, you need to go to settings and access and add me as a collaborator. And you need to go into your GitHub and go to settings and add me as a collaborator. Okay, all right. So let's go back here. Looks like it's all been pushed out. Look at activity. Everything's been done. Build succeed. All deployed. Click open app. Okay, runners. There's Tyler. And I can just test it. And I can test it. And I can test it. Okay. So I'm going to paste. I'm not going to give me this URL. I don't need that URL. I need this title and I need this link. Okay, so copy the link. Okay, copy that link right there and copy that title and paste it in with a reflection into Georgia View for demo number 3.